on me, usually only for a second, then back to casual conversation. I would make eye contact with my mentee, and he would follow me out of the pandemonium to a quiet place where we could catch up. It has not always been easy connecting as an older white person with young African American Hispanic males. And yes, there were times when I felt uncomfortable, but never unsafe. The point is that we were building a one-on-one relationship. The young males I have dealt with never have had many people looking out for them and helping them, especially adult males. If they believe we will help them, they will respond. From my experience, once trust has been established, differences in age and race are irrelevant to effective mentoring. When I arrived on one particular Tuesday night to meet a new mentee, the relationship was very special from the beginning. Wally, I would like you to meet your new mentee, Wally. Don said with a smile, indicating he felt this would be a special partnership. Living in Washington, D.C. since leaving the Army in 1969, I had rarely met anyone named Wally, let alone an African American with that name. Standing before me at the age of 16 and about my height was a slender young man with closely cropped black hair, clear black eyes, and a firm voice and jaw. He expressed himself in a serious manner and appeared very mature for his age.
While attending Safe Passages, every day I was assigned to a mentor. I kind of was hesitant to agree to having one because it was made as an option to me. So I went home and thought about it and decided that I wanted to agree to having a mentor because I saw it as an opportunity to get help with my schoolwork. So I went to my counselor and told him that I wanted to have a mentor, and he said, okay, he will find me one. And a day later, one of the counselors came to me and said, I found you a mentor, and I replied, okay, where is he? So he began to say he will be here a little later. Then he went on to say that his name was Wally Snyder, and that he had accomplished many things in his life. He told me he was in the Black Jet magazine, and showed me his picture in the magazine. While reading the magazine, I was thinking in the back of my head, wow, what a coincidence his name is Wally too, because I had never encountered another guy named Wally before. So it was quite weird to me that we had the same name. And not only the same name that made me feel weird, but the fact that he was an older white guy with the name Wally in a Black Jet magazine. So I handed Miss Paulette the magazine back, and she told me to walk in the hallway with Mr. Don to meet Mr. Wally. So we walked into the hallway, and this old white guy walks in and immediately says, how are you doing? And shook my hand, and then says, I heard your name was Wally, and asked me, do you know anybody else named Wally? I replied, yeah, Wally, but he's a rapper. Then he said, well, I'm your mentor, and it's nice to meet you, buddy. I feel so awkward and misplaced because of our different race and age group, but yet we had one thing in common, and it was our names. A million things were going through my head then, like how could I adapt to this guy? How could we just happen to have the same name? How can I interact with this geeky, smart-looking white guy? What are my black friends going to think of me? While those questions were going through my head, my first impression of him was a good impression. Because for one, he was on time, and he gave me a very firm handshake for an older white guy. And he looked me in the eyes when he spoke to me, and he spoke with confidence. And those are all the characteristics that I look for when I meet a male I don't know. Because those things show what type of man you are, and it determines if I will respect you or not. Because if he had not done those things, I do not think I would have taken this guy serious at all. But I must say, he passed the test with fine colors. I'd like to thank you guys,
Bill and David.
David for giving us the opportunity to do this. Thank you.